Welcome back, my wonderful people, to another episode on the Blue SMP. Oh man, this is my second recording of the intro, because the first one, I was just too excited. I was talking too fast. That's a problem that I have sometimes, is I just talk way too fast, but I'm excited about the goings-ons around this spawn area. And of course, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Blue, obviously, because the channel is called Adventures with Blue. And welcome, this is my SMP, and our project here is, well, working on Spawn. Right here is Spawn, and we're trying to make it kind of like a giant hub area, central area for people to come in. They spawn here, they kind of get an idea of what's going on. There'll be a mine shaft that they can use right there, maybe an armory they can use right there, and they can come over here. And this is what I've been doing off camera, by the way. No one has seen this besides the people on the SMP. Right here is Spawn Fountain. Obviously not very fountainy at the moment, but that's okay. What's important about this though is that it's circular, and that means we have lots of different paths that will be leading out of it. For example, this one right here, which will actually split, it'll go to the shop tunnel right here and to the west tunnel right there to take them to different areas of the world. And then over here, we have the path to the mine shaft and maybe an armory. Over here, a path to the nether portal, and then I'm not too sure what's going to go on over here. Okay, I'm learning something, by the way. Something I've always kind of done is think that every open space needs a building to be in it, or needs something to be in it. I'm realizing that I need to stop doing that, okay? This is a very natural, naturey area, right? It's not going to be filled with tons of buildings. It's not a town. I'm thinking over here there'll be trees and maybe some bushes and plants, maybe a small little crop farm or something, maybe. I don't need to overfill everything. It's not what we need to do. The cool stuff is up here. Look at this. Oh, baby. This path is going to lead you to that tunnel right there. I forget what it's called. I think it's the south tunnel. I think. And it's going to lead you to my house right there. We have this nice little pond. This is actually where I went fishing to get to level 30. And we'll talk about level 30 here soon. But here's the path, and as you can see, these right here are not to be just random piles of wood. Those are markings for where custom trees are gonna go. Oh, more custom trees. They are such a pain. They are such a pain to make, but I'm gonna make more of them. At least 3 more over here. And then we are gonna have an enchanting room right here, and there is the south tunnel. But I feel like you guys are finally able to kind of see what's going on in my head for the plans of this area, because now I kind of have it all marked out and kind of shaped out too. And of course, if you want overhead view, we have the map room, which I have been working on, and someone else has been working on too, because they added a few maps and they added glowstone too, which is sweet. But yeah, look at the map. It is so much bigger now. And a bit of a pain in the butt to make. I did all of these maps right here. Oh my goodness, that's like maybe 10 maps. And I did all these ones over here. It took quite a while. And right here is my favorite view of Spawn at the moment. You really get a nice vantage point of what's going on here. And a nice idea of like this valley groove kind of thing they got going through the middle. I really like it. But no more yapping about what I've been doing off camera. It's time to do stuff on camera. Such as, we need to get better gear. Desperately, my guy. So, we are at CLC's base over here. His starter base, I think. And, yeah, I know. I haven't made an enchantment table yet. Okay, we're gonna make a building for an enchantment table, but for now, we're gonna borrow CLC's. Let's see what we got. Alright. Ooh, smite is not horrendous. Ooh, okay, silk touch, here we go. Come on, efficiency. Come on! Come on, man! Okay. If you did not watch the last video, we enchanted this Fortune 3 pickaxe for level 30, hoping we'd get efficiency 4 with it. We did not. And then we get this one, it's just Silk Touch. Come on, no, not even a breaking? You know what? I think the enchantment tables are rigged. They're trying to make CLC money. Oh man, okay, what do we need? I want a totem too. Okay, Fortune 3, okay, we already have Fortune 3 Silk Touch. Gosh, that's expensive. Okay, I feel like mending is just a good idea for a lot of things. I feel like 16. Goodness gracious. Okay. Okay, let's put mending. Let's buy some mending. Oh, I'm breaking 3. I need that too. Oh, they're both for 16. Okay. Let's just buy a whole bunch of things, okay? Oh, I'm gonna go broke. This is why we still do mining sessions, guys. Okay, 16 for a mending. I'm gonna take a mending for my helmet, okay? For my helmet, because it's already enchanted. And then I'm gonna take an efficiency for a pickaxe. Oh boy, this is gonna hurt. What is this, 18? Oh boy, okay. Okay. Alright, we did it, Okay, you know what, we've already spent a lot of money today. You know what? We're just full sending, alright? Boom, we bought some carrots too. That was very, very expensive with my levels and diamonds, but I did put the efficiency 5 on my fortune pickaxe. Efficiency 5 is honestly pretty good. I think that's worth it. I think I'm just poor. I think that's my main gripe, is how poor I am. It's really worth it, the diamonds, because efficiency 5 isn't something you get from an enchanter, really. You have to get that from a villager, so I think it's worth it. And I put it on my fortune pickaxe because later, when we go mining, we will repair our pickaxe by mining redstone, hopefully lots of diamonds and other things. So yeah, this will hopefully get repaired eventually. But that's enough of that. It's time to do some building. We are gonna make a building, and I think it's about time we get our own enchanting room, you know, or enchanting building. I think it's just been too long without it. We need to stop mooching off other people's enchanters. Come on now. And this would also be more convenient. So let's get to building the enchanting room. Now, in order to make this building, we need to think of it as a cake. We need wheat, and, well, I mean, that's the only cake part of it. We need this wheat for a reason, but we're gonna need spruce wood, which I have growing down there. And I'm going to show you for the first time my secret, not very secret, temporary farms that's just tucked away right here. We have sugarcane for maps, there's not a lot. We have a bone meal maker thing, and we have this flour and these sheeps. The roof of this building is going to be made out of magenta, which we have right here. And it's gonna be magenta wool, so we gotta make all these guys magenta colored. And we'll be harvesting their wool like crazy. And of course, I'm gonna have to breed a whole bunch of them because that's gonna be a pretty slow process if I just go 3 at a time. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing for a little bit, is gathering the resources for this build. Probably won't be too much wood. Oh, we will need terracotta though, so I'm also gonna head to a mesa to go get some terracotta. So yeah, I'm gonna resource grind, and then we'll be able to actually start the creation of... Oh, hello. Thank you, tree. I'm gonna go get your resources. I'll see you guys in a sec. Oh boy, I have been very, very busy. Oh, I have so much wool now. I have plenty of sheeps eating grass and growing back their wool. And I have already done some building. That is right. Here is the enchanting building at the moment. It's obviously not done. I need more wool. I think we're good on terracotta. As you can see here, there's the terracotta right there. We're using the white terracotta, I believe. Doesn't really look white though. It has a little bit of like paleness to it, which I really like. And we're using the magenta wool for the roof. Now you may be thinking that's a weird block to use, but it doesn't look half bad. That's obviously not finished quite yet. But The reason I'm using this magenta wool is because I want this building to kind of feel a little magical, because, I mean, the enchantment table, or enchanting table, what is it called? I don't know. I realized I was saying it wrong in my last video. Enchanting table, I think that's what it's called. But it's kind of a magical kind of item, you know? So I feel like this building should be kind of magical in a way. Now, obviously, I'm not done. I got some more detailing to do with the windows, the sides, and all that. And I have an entire interior to do. Oh man, there's so much room in here. I'm excited about this building. I'm also kind of excited about this bit right here where this tunnel will be. This tunnel will look a bit more magnificent eventually, but that's gonna be a cool little area right here, kind of like an alley almost. There'll be some leaves right here, a giant tree right here, a giant tree right there, right next to the building. Oh my goodness, this place is gonna look awesome, baby. Another tree right there. It feels good to do this kind of stuff, because then it like kind of brings everything together. Where this was just an open space, now it's filling the open space, and now you get that balance of nature and buildings. I love it, I love it. I am going to continue work on this exterior, and then we will work on the interior. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm going to finish this roof and maybe do some detailing. I have a confession. When I started this build, I was kind of clueless on what I wanted to do. I was kind of honestly dreading what I wanted to do with it, but I kind of just had to put my head down and just do it. And I'm glad I did, because this turned out to look amazing. I am very proud of this build. Do not mind the chest, okay? They won't be there. And don't mind the random bit of wood coming out of the ground. That's gonna be a tree. But look at that. Look at that. Oh man, I'm so glad I did this build. I was so worried about working on this and what it was gonna look like. And I'm so glad I pulled through. Now, don't get me wrong here. It's not that complex of a build. It's a fairly basic style. You know, you start with this cobblestone bottom, and then it kind of jets out a little bit. It's kind of medieval-ish. But I mean, all the blocks and stuff, I'm pretty proud of the block choices. I tried these chiseled bookshelves right here. That's the side of the chiseled bookshelf. I really like that, and they actually get the front of the chiseled bookshelf up here on the bottom. I really like that. And then I chose note blocks up there with signs on them, and I feel like it gets you kind of a cool little detail up there. I really like that. And then the magenta wool just looks so nice. And I don't know if you can see it or not because of YouTube compression, but there is magenta concrete powder in there. And there is magenta carpets in there too. And up here, I'm pretty happy with. That right there is calcite. I had a little bit of calcite in my storage, and I thought, you know what? This is gonna look a lot better than quartz. It has a little bit more detail, you know? Ooh, that looks very nice. You know, I was a little worried. I kind of worried that the magenta would kind of pop out too much. But I think it is working just fine. And we're gonna have like 2 trees right next to it, which are gonna look pretty good. This is exactly the vibe that I was going for. It feels very enchanted, very much like a place that would have an enchantment, whatever the heck it's called, table inside of it. Oh man, I love it. It looks a little funky from a straight ahead view, but I mean, it's not bad. But we do have a tall order of making the interior. Look at this. Oh boy. Now I do have an idea in mind, okay? You're gonna walk in, and by the way, we're gonna test to see how close I get it to it. You know, I'm not gonna edit this part out probably, so you guys will kind of see how close does Blue gets to creating his thoughts. Alright, here we go. Stairs that go up like 2 or 3 blocks, enchantment table up here, alright? And then all the way up here, I want like leaves and forestry, and I want to get those cool spore blossoms that will like make particles out of them. I want to put a firefly bushes in here too. I want particles, and I want it to feel very, very, very enchanted. And then maybe I'll put some books all about. Oh man, it's gonna look so cool. That's what I'm gonna try to go for. We'll see how close I get to it, because there's not a lot of room in here, and I can't really change much about the outside. But we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna get to building, and hopefully I get pretty close to what my thoughts are there. We'll see. It is done. I have done the interior, and usually I try not to record when it's nighttime. I would usually go to bed before recording, but I'm recording at night for a reason, because the effect that I'm wanting to go for here, I feel like I've got it. We are at the Spawn Enchanter. Very clever name, I know. And here we go. Look at this. Oh, baby. I really, really, really like it. Oh, man. It's pretty crowded, but that's kind of what I was going for. We didn't have a lot of room in the first place, so might as well embrace it. And yeah, it looks great. My only thing that I don't love is that some of the bookshelves aren't super variated. Like, they're variated, but I don't like this one right here. And there's no way to change it because I think what kind of bookshelf it is, what kind of design it is, depends on where it's placed at. So if I break it and place it again, it'll be the same exact one on all sides, unfortunately. Which means, you know, these two are the same, and this one's the same, that one, and yeah, it's not great. There's like 4 of them. If you really look closely, you'll find a bunch that are exactly the same, and it's the ones that have this open gap that I don't love, but that's a nitpick. Okay, that's a nitpick. I really, really, really like this. And I purposely try to make it as dark as possible, but the only light that's really coming through here, believe it or not, is from the enchantment table and from the lanterns outside going through the windows. But I feel like we still kind of capture this really, really nice feel. Now, the one thing I would like in here that I don't have is a spore blossom. I would like to put one somewhere in here, but I don't know if anyone has a spore blossom. I don't know if anybody has that, so that's probably not going to happen. Yeah, I'm really, really liking this. I feel like it did a good job. It did cost me a decent amount of iron because I used this for the floor block, which might have been dumb because some of the floor is covered. I could have used a different block, but I was really set on using the top of the blast furnace for this entryway, and I really, really like it. I'm glad I did it, but that means I'm running a little low on iron right now, which is a little unfortunate. Now, while I was getting the bookshelves for this place, which was probably the most time-consuming part, because I had like 2 pieces of leather, because all my other leather was being used for the map room over there. Oh, there's some leather right there, but I have plenty right now. I think this is the amount of bookshelves I'm wanting. I could have done more, but I ran out. While I was out getting leather, something cool happened. We managed to strike a deal. So Astrid, he's been gone for a while. There's a power outage where he lives, but he is offering to give me mending books, not give me, trade me mending books for 10 iron, which in my opinion is an absolute steal. Oh man, we're gonna get mending books. And also CLC's shop, the prices went down, which is sweet, but we are gonna be able to get some pretty cheap mending books real quick. Hello, hello. I think we'll just, here, let's just get 2. Let's just get 2. I think that'll do. Now, I don't know if we can actually put these on anything yet. We can put them on the Silk Touch pick. Maybe. Sweet. Thank you. Oh, baby. We now have mending books. Well, 2 of them. I don't know if we're gonna actually put them on anything quite yet. Scary. Jeez. Because I want to do level 30 enchants on my armor first and on my axe. I don't know about the Silk Touch pickaxe. I'd like to... Oh, we might just have to use books for all that. But for the other enchants, CLC has like drastically lowered his prices. That is right, we managed to get some mending books for only 10 iron, which is amazing. And we're not going to use them yet, as I already said in the clip, because I want to, you know, get the level 30 enchant on my stuff. Like, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Okay, prop 4, there we go. That's a good enchantment right there. See? If we can save up to level 30, we can get that. And just for kicks and gigs, what about a book? Sharpness 3, not worth it. But yeah, but now we need to go mine for some diamonds. CLC lowered his shop prices at his enchanting book shop over there, which means if we get a serious amount of diamonds, we can really upgrade our stuff because he really lowered the prices. Right now, we're at, I believe, 4 diamonds, and that's not going to cut it. So it's time for another enchanting montage, a talky thing. What will we talk about? I don't know. I'll let Editor Blue figure that one out. Here we go. Today's topic is, well, adulting, kind of. I assume that a lot of my audience is probably older than the age of 12, so let's talk about finding a job. Lately, I've been trying to find a new job that pays more, and my goodness, it is such a pain. First of all, when you go try to find one, and you find one on Indeed or whatever, it takes you to a website. That website makes you create an account on their website. So if you apply to like 10 different places, you have like 10 different accounts to like 10 different websites that you don't care about yet. And you're only going to care about those websites if you get the job. So you just have all these things, and they might ask you, oh, do you want notifications? Which you must say no to, because if you say yes, you're going to get emails from like some random place that you don't care about. It's so annoying. And the fact that like old people will tell you, oh, just go in there and ask for an application or ask for a job. It don't work that way anymore. I've walked into so many places and have been told or laughed at, said, oh, you gotta apply online, and that's how you get the job. And then I apply and hear nothing back ever. It is so terrible. Honestly, just the way we communicate nowadays just angers me. I swear I'll email or call a place and they'll say, oh, we'll get back to you. And they never get back to me. It's so annoying. Anyways, bye. Out of all of the mining trips that we have done so far on this world, that was the best one. No doubt about it. Look at that. Almost 2.5 stacks. Oh my goodness. We are rich, baby. Now, that was a bit of a longer mining trip, to be honest. This is probably my longest one that I've done so far. But there's a reason, and it's because I was hunting for something. It is these spore blossoms. I finally found some, only 2, in a lush cave, and now I feel like I can finally say that the particles in here are complete. Look at this, we have like green just dripping on the enchantment table. I think it looks alright. I think more particles is better. Yeah, I think I like it. I might move it at some point, I don't know. But another bonus, another reason I was going extra long, is for XP levels. We are at level 34, and that comes from killing bad guys and and smelting all the iron and all the gold. That's right, we got over a stack of iron blocks and 19 gold blocks, which is awesome. But now it's time to enchant, and I believe, was it our chest plate that had prot 4? Yes, it was. Here we go. Just prot 4. Man, we are not getting very lucky with the enchantments. Okay, come on looting. Come on looting. Ooh, not banned arthropods. That's not gonna happen. Feather falling. Feather falling. Feather falling. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, okay. Okay, that's not perfect. That is not perfect by all means, but we do have Death Strider. That's pretty cool. Now, projectile protection, that's not exactly what I was wanting, to be honest, but whatever. I was kind of hoping for prot, but you know, it's better than nothing. At least you got Death Strider, because that is a really, really, really good enchantment for being in water. We're not in water that often, but you know, if we ever are for some reason, it'll make it a lot easier. Mending. Mending. And now, the next good thing about that mining trip is that we have diamonds. And diamonds on this world, well, diamonds are money. So we can go spend it on more books. So let's go do that right now. Well, after I sleep. It's dark outside. Here we are, and he has lowered the prices a lot. Sharpness and efficiency 5, they are 10 diamonds, I believe, which is pretty good for how good these books are. So, bop, efficiency 5, and we may take a sharpness. Protection, let's see here. What can we actually put this on? I don't want to put it on my pants quite yet, but I will buy it. So, pop, there we go. Okay, let's just buy a few more mendings. Let's buy the rest of the mendings, okay? Server's been a little inactive lately, so I do not feel bad about this. Okay, there's that, and pop, pop, pop. Only 6. Oh man, CLC is gonna be so rich. Okay, unbreaking. I believe we need unbreaking for probably all of our armor. So that's what, 6? Oh my goodness. Okay, boom, bop, 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 bop. Okay. Golden carrots. That's the last thing we'll buy. Ooh, no. He has totems. He has totems. Oh, baby. Okay, hold on. Boom, and boom. Okay, and golden carrots. 2 diamonds for 32. Bop, bop. I'll just take another stack. There we go. And we still have a decent amount of diamonds. That is gonna do it for today, guys. I have already put as much as I could on my gear, which wasn't a lot, but we have our first fully decked out pickaxe. Look at that. Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Mending, and Efficiency 5, which is fantastic. This has been a fun episode, though. We've done some building, a ton of mining, we've gotten a lot of diamonds, and I mean, this is just so cool. I love this. I love this interior. It feels very, very magical. We have enchanted spawn. We've added another interesting building to it, and it's gonna really, really stick out among the trees. And I just love the glowing. I put a lot of firefly bushes all around it, if you can't tell, and it just looks so nice. It really does. I love it a lot. But yeah, that is gonna do it for today. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend. And if you made it this far, we're trying to hit 300 subs. Okay, that is the goal right now. If you've made it this far and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That'd be amazing. It'd mean a lot. 300 subs, hopefully someday, maybe. Anyways, thank you guys. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.